In this video today, I want to teach you a powerful home remedy using simple things you likely already have in your kitchen. You are going to drink a full glass of this every single day to help effectively treat herniated discs, headaches, and chronic sciatic nerve inflammation. I'm Dr. Koo, and I've worked with many patients suffering from herniated discs. In this video, I'm going to teach you for free exactly what I tell my own patients in the clinic every day. Before I tell you what that specific drink is, let me first talk in detail about the option of surgery. My first piece of advice is this: don't rush into surgery. A herniated disc happens when the soft inner part of the disc shifts and puts direct pressure on the nerves that exit the spine. This condition is what triggers shooting pain and a tingling sensation. Studies have shown that in most cases with non-surgical treatments, the disc will slowly and naturally migrate back into its proper position and surgery is not required for recovery. In the country of England, this number has reached 82%. Which means that 8 out of 10 people successfully recovered without surgery. In the vast majority of medical cases, conservative treatment is often considered the best option. Quite a few doctors and practitioners tend to get upset when I share this perspective. Of course, because some people make millions of dollars from disc surgeries. But I show my patients, and right here on YouTube, that you can get great results with a much lower cost and without ever stepping into an operating room. In all my years of practice, I've only had one patient whom I personally referred for surgery because the pressure from the disc on his nerve was so severe that he had lost movement in his legs. That was also after a serious fall, and the only way to relieve the nerve was surgery so he could walk again. Because the longer the nerve stayed under pressure, the harder it would be to regain movement. All the other patients were treated with non-surgical methods. If leg movement hasn't been lost and the symptoms are just pain and tingling, it's almost always possible to treat it without surgery. Now listen carefully. The most important cause of herniated discs and even headaches is dehydration. People are often quite dehydrated because they fail to consume enough water. About 80% of spinal discs are made up of water. These discs function essentially as shock absorbers between the vertebrae, much like a water-filled sac that allows the spine to move smoothly and properly. For your spine to remain in optimal health, these discs need to be properly hydrated and full of water, and that is entirely up to your daily habits. On an MRI scan, a problematic disc appears much darker. This indicates that it lacks water and has dried out. In contrast, healthy discs appear much whiter because they are full of fluid. A spinal disc that has health issues often looks dark and very dry. If you drink a large glass of what I am about to tell you every single day, you can properly rehydrate your discs and your whole body. What you really need to drink is fresh water with natural salt. Use water with unrefined salt and not regular refined salt. This remarkable method was discovered by an Iranian doctor and has already helped thousands of people. This powerful combination deeply hydrates the cells, replenishes essential electrolytes, and restores the body's natural water and salt balance. This means providing direct vital support for hydrating the spinal discs properly. If you've tried everything and still constantly struggle with body pain, fatigue, lethargy, herniated discs, or migraines, this special water can help because many of these problems are actually caused by intracellular dehydration. This simple water solution significantly enhances communication between neurons, helps to reduce muscle cramps, and alleviates general muscle pain. Neither the pharmaceutical industry nor the healthcare system talks about most of these things because this treatment is almost free. It just requires water and natural salt. Here's how to use it. A 250 milliliter glass of water with a pinch of natural, coarse, unrefined salt. Stir it well and drink it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. This also helps with bowel function, metabolism, and even reduces appetite. If you source your water from a traditional earthenware jug or a filter, that's wonderful. Tap water, which is full of chlorine and fluoride, is not a good choice. But let's save that for another video where I'll talk about it. Of course, just that one glass isn't enough. You should drink about 2.5 liters of water throughout the day. That salt is only for the first glass on an empty stomach. If you incorporate these specific movements with rhythmic aerobic exercise, especially cycling, the blood flow around the disc increases significantly and the disc gets hydrated much faster. If you are currently in the middle of a painful sciatica attack, I'm going to show you a very simple exercise. If your pain is quite severe, lie down on your stomach on the bed or on the floor, place 1 or 2 pillows under your stomach, and stay like that for at least 5 minutes. If the pain isn't too severe, you can simply skip this step. Place your elbows on the ground and lift your upper body up just a little bit. Usually, while in this position, you will find that the shooting pain in your legs starts to decrease. If the pain gets worse, stop the exercise right there, but if it doesn't, place your hands next to your shoulders and slowly straighten your elbows. Make sure your hips or legs don't lift off the ground. Do this 5 to 20 times every single day. After about a week, the exercise will get easier and the pain, numbness, and tingling in your legs will gradually decrease. As you get stronger, you can lift your upper body higher. Just make sure your hips don't come off the ground. A very common mistake is doing this movement like a standard push-up. That's wrong. In this exercise, your back should arch. It shouldn't be straight. It's this arch that helps to relieve pressure from the sciatic nerve. And there's one particular movement you should never do if you have a herniated disc. And that movement is bending forward. This movement makes the disc condition much worse. Unfortunately, it's very common in gyms. A disc is like a piece of gum. It's hard on the outside and the inside is jelly-like and full of fluid. When you put pressure on it from the front, its contents move backward and the bulge gets worse. If you have a herniated disc, don't do these movements. I hope all these tips have helped you get rid of back pain and sciatica. Remember, more movement means less pain. Thank you for staying with me until the end of the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Watch these videos as well for more information. Until the next video, take care.